Evening guys, this is Sumaiya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today in this video we'll be learning about construction of a tray ceiling or multi-level ceiling. So what is a tray ceiling? So basically tray ceiling appears as an inverted tray on the ceiling with a drop-down ledge around the perimeter of the room. It creates the perception of higher ceilings. A tray ceiling adds depth and interest to a room. It can be a simple or ornate. So maybe in your projects, more often in the classical design type of architecture, you would have come across such type of ceilings. So today we are going to discuss about this construction part in the Dialux Evo. To start with, we'll consider a sample project of a conference room. I'll be providing you the AutoCAD drawing for this. It contains the floor plan, the ceiling drawings, and also the elevations. Please note the link to download the AutoCAD files will expire in a week. Even if the link expires, you can still download the AutoCAD drawing by visiting the site dwgfreemodels.com. So now let's just quickly see our AutoCAD drawing. So here this is our furniture drawing. Furniture layout, you can see the conference room and the office. Then we have the ceiling layout. This hatches resembles the different ceiling levels and also the cornices. You have even the light position here. These are the spotlights and this is a chandelier, and you have the medallion also. Okay, we'll not be constructing these details for now. We'll just be concentrating on the different ceiling levels, and let's even make some cornices so that we have that classical look. Okay, and this is your elevation part. I'll just delete the dimensions for now. Okay, you're all set. It's important to have the elevation drawings while construction of your fall ceiling because you can easily refer to the data here. Section details will also help, but I prefer to have elevation drawings. So make sure you have ceiling layout and the elevation drawings to make this in the Dialux Evo. So let's get started. Let's import the file in the Dialux Evo. I have already imported. I only need to set the axis and set the units as millimeters and finish. We'll just trace the room. Draw new room. I'll be drawing only the conference room. I think it's better to refer only the ceiling layout for now. Let's save our file. Once you finish drawing your room, okay, from here the steps begins for the construction of the ceiling. So the first step is always check the story height. Okay, the story height is the complete height from the ceiling to the floor. Okay, let's measure this. So it's 4.5 meters. You can go to the story option here and story height 4.5 meters and you're done. Save it. Okay, I'm referring the AutoCAD file because I'm explaining to you to make it easier. You can directly, because you have already imported the elevation and ceiling details here, you can measure from here as well. Okay, now we have finished our first step. We have given the story height. Now our second step is the placement of the ceiling. Okay, it's very simple, but it needs your concentration. So listen to the next few steps very carefully. Do not skip any part. Go to the ceiling tool and insert ceiling into the room. So here my ceiling is covering the whole room, so I'm using this option. If any of the part is not, if your ceiling is not to the whole room, then you need to draw the ceiling. For now we will insert ceiling into the room. So by default it gets inserted to the complete room. You can see now. Next thing is Measure the ceiling distance from the shelf floor. Now let's take a closer look to our AutoCAD elevation drawing. The ceiling starts from here. Okay, this cornice is only a part of a ceiling, not a ceiling, because if you see this plan view, these hatches are this cornices. Okay, you can relate. Okay, so the below part is also a cornice, so don't get confused that this is also a ceiling. This is not a ceiling. Your ceiling starts from here. Let's go and measure the distance of this ceiling from the shelf floor. So it is 3.82 meters. We are going to give the same distance here, 3.82 meters. Okay, next. Now ceiling thickness is 0.03. What is this ceiling thickness? I will explain you while going into the side views. This is your ceiling and the thickness of this ceiling is 0.03. Okay, next step is make the ceiling thickness such that this whole area is your ceiling. How you can do that? Measure it from here to here. What is the distance? 0.680. Okay, so keep your ceiling selected, go to the ceiling thickness and type there 0.680. okay, now you see your ceiling is this much thicker. Why we have done this? Because we need to make different levels. Okay, next step is we are going to use the cutout tool and draw different levels of this one. Okay, our first cutout will be here. Okay, and if you want to understand it in the plan view, because I am working here in the plan view in the AutoCAD drawing. Okay, so if you want to understand which is the the next rectangle line I have to consider for the cutout, and if you have a problem reading the elevation drawing, best way is to draw the reference lines XL, V, and so now this is our first ceiling level. I'm going to draw it here. This X reference lines is on the outermost rectangle, so this means I have to draw my cutout tool in this region. How I'm going to do it? Go to the plan view. We will be using the cutout tool first in the 3D view, keeping it in the 3D, and then we'll adjust it in the plan view. Okay, draw rectangle cutout. Draw an imaginary rectangle, not necessary that has to be perfectly rectangle. You can do the adjustment in the floor plan view. We'll go to the floor plan view, and as I mentioned to you, my first ceiling level is the outer rectangle, so I'm going to adjust these points on the corners of the rectangle. Now I placed this wrong. It is here and this one is here, and yes, it is correct. Okay, next step is cutting depth of the cutout tool. We'll measure this, so I need to cut from here to here. It is 0.2 meters. So when you're keeping your cutout tool selected, you will have this properties tab here, limit cutout tool, limit cutting depth, and in the cutting depth you have to give this value, that is 0.2 meters. Okay, now you have finished your first layer of the ceiling. Okay, you have finished this one. Second layer is this one. Let's draw again X reference line and check which is our next rectangle. So This will be our next rectangle cutout. Let's go and draw a rectangular cutout again. We have drawn it. Okay, here is a pro tip. Many of us have this problem of using the cutout tools, like sometimes it doesn't get properly cut, especially when it comes to ceiling. So the pro tip here is, when you're using the second cutout tool, measure the position. Okay, now say here my first cutout is at 3.82 meters and its depth is 0.2 meters. You add this both, okay, 3.82 and 0.2, it will be 4.02, right? Next, select your second cutout and check the position. Okay, now say this is at the position of 4.02. If your cutout is somewhere not placed properly, like 3.8 or something, that time you will have this option and you may feel like my cutout tool is not working properly. No, it's working properly. You just need to position this correctly, 4.02. okay, this was your pro tip. Now let's get back to our positioning of cutout. I'll place it properly as per the rectangle here. Okay, I have finished properly placing my second cutout. I will limit the cutting depth. Now let's go and measure how much it has to cut. So it's from here to here, it is 0.23 meters, right? So we will give this value here, 0.23. okay, now we are done with the second layer. You can see how nicely the ceiling is coming out now. Next we are left with our third cutout, which is this one. See this clearly, it is ending it till here, but we have our one more detail, which is possibly of, yes, which is of this one over the top over here. So it means my next cutout should be till the top. Okay, and which rectangle I have to consider? Let's check XLV, and from here the next ceiling level starts. So I will draw the X reference line here, and it is the next, okay, it is the second innermost rectangle I have to consider to draw the cutout. So we'll go back to our Dialux, select the cutout tool, draw rectangular cutout, and place the rectangular cutout, and let me adjust it. So I have to consider which one, the second large. So I need to adjust it to here. And limit the cutting depth to, let's not fully cut, let's just keep it little less, maybe here, and it's 0.1 meters. Limit cutting depth 0.1 meters. You can, I think we can cut still more, 0.12 or 0.15. You can cut up to 0.2. Let's stop till here, and you have finished the ceiling level. So this is the basic type of tray ceiling, but we have in this project more details, like we have cornices. So let's go and make some cornice, and yeah, this is how you're going to use the cutout tool and make a tray ceiling. Let's check out for the cornices. Your first cornices, okay, this part, the divided part, is this one. Let's go and draw first this itself. So I would suggest you to keep it in the site mode now and work, and we will also draw before constructing the corners. We'll draw the floor element. Let's draw a little bigger floor element for now. Go to the objects, draw extrusion body and trace this part. After finishing the whole part, click the right mouse button and close polygon. You have to bring it inside the room, okay, and rotate it, bring it up and rotate it. And this is the position of it. It's actually here. We have to decrease the dimension a little bit. And this is your cornice here. Let's give some texture to our wall and ceilings. Next, you need to only select this cornice you have placed and copy and arrange or draw along a copy line. Draw along a line or copy along a line. You can use any of this option and place it. It's up to you. So I'll just for now I'll just copy paste. Okay, we have finished placing the cornices. It looks better. You can group it, or for now you can keep it same and you can group it later. It's better if you group it. Okay, so we have finished the first part. Next thing is making this cornice here. We are going to follow the same procedure. Trace the part with the extrusion volume and then adjust it in the plan view. Okay, rotate it and adjust it as per the drawing. So our second cornice is over here. Oh, I think I rotated it wrong. It's like this, and if it is like this, it will be placed here like this. Okay, you can see that our design is actually matching their elevation. In the side view you can see here, this is the part and then it goes this way, similar, right? Okay, now in the plan view we are going to extend it till the last. Okay, so all you need to do is just scale it on both the sides until you can see the line here, until this end corner. Select the same and place it on the other side. You can rotate it. Similarly, repeat on this two sides. We'll reduce the length because this is less, so let's for now just keep it 4 meters and rotate it. Place it properly toward the here, over here. Don't keep it like this, you know, both should not overlap. It has to go until the end, then only you're going to get that neat cornice finish. Even at this end, make it to the end. If you want, you can extend it. Okay, and copy paste on the other side as well. Control C, Control V, rotate it, position it properly, and you are here. You can see the nice finish of the cornice. Nice. So you can select this now you can select the cornices, all four side. Go to copy and arrange and combine. Okay, once you combine, you have this nice finish at the corner, and you are done. Your first layer is ready. Similarly, you're going to repeat on the other levels as well. You can give it some color. I give it slightly gray. Let me just give it a different color so that you can easily identify it. Okay, it's too much. I'll just give this color. Okay, now let's go and make the other level of the corners here. Bring it to the plan view and rotate it, adjust and rotate, position it, perfect, scale it in the plan view. If you don't want to combine, you can also group it. Only one level is left, that is the top one, and we are done. Now we are done with the third layer. We'll apply some texture. We'll apply some texture to the overall ceiling as well. Replace material, and you can see the ceiling now. Isn't it perfect? Nice. So this is it, guys. This is how you a tray ceiling or different ceiling level heights. If you want me to complete this project with little bit of more textures, then you have an extra 1 or 2 minutes of video. Please watch it to have a final look. Construction of all the cornices, the ceiling levels, and I placed some chandeliers here and I added some texture, and you can see this is the final image. Yeah, some details are still left out, like you need a medallion here and some details over here, but since it's only for YouTube, I will just stop it for here. Yes, we have completed our topic. You can see the details, the cornice details. It's nice, very precise. So guys, this is it in this video. If you found this tutorial helpful, hit a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned to explore more in Dialux with me. Thank you.